Big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
Here we go. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you can also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Lucky.
Garoppolo now. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. 180. Mike 50, huh? Watch his flat.
Now Mostert. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Allen going to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Mostert. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Breaking that one up, the former All-Pro Josh Norman.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, it's tight end, and it's third down.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. His throw incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here we go. 180!
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike, check. 59.
Here's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Allen. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Out of the backfield, it's Austin. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. When you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
49, check 49, check.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
50.
Garoppolo completes it to Austin. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now a give right side. It's Austin, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's get it.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Allen and the Bills now. Down 7-0, 2:05 to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. So after the INT, it's Allen. He finds Yeldon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, the 20. And Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Back to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage.
59 mark, check.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
He'll look to throw. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Here we go. 180! We own it!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Mostert. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
He's not going to get me.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
They go right back to Singletary. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Check.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time, and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. First throw of overtime for Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
The Bills send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done. Now part 2.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Mostert. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Check 50. Check 50.
What can Garoppolo do now with his drive? Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Here we go. 180!
Watch out. Watch out. Tight end right. Tight end right.
With the
4 down. 4 down.
still tied.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is born. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here we go. 180!
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. All day.
Singletary to get the drive started. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
Right there, 54 Mike. I don't think you got it, sir.
Singletary again. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What we got?
A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Watch that in.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least 1 more OT to decide it after this. Play action. Now it's Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Bills send the punter out. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. Like 20.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going. Out of bounds. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people to football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. He's got a man. That's caught. Left side.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things